Hello, welcome to day 6 of your Inner Power yoga course, Living Yoga. So again, Inner Power, we're focusing on the 7 major centers of the body, mind, the chakra system. We're on the 6th chakra today, which is the third eye center. It's called Ajna, A-J-N-A, Ajna. And the 6th chakra refers to the third eye, which literally means discernment. The discernment between the right and the left. So instead of just the 2 eyes that we have, which are always perceiving everything as good or bad, right or wrong, this duality, when we get to the third eye center, we start to perceive through a unified field. So the third eye represents being able to see anything and everything that's happening in our life and acknowledging the good, the beautiful parts of it, the negative, the challenging, the difficult parts of it, and not judging or seeking anything over anything else, but rather allowing everything that happens in our lives to teach us and to recognize the lessons that are coming at us all the time. When we get to the third eye center, we move out of the physical identity, out of the emotional identity, out of the ego identity, social identity, and creative identity. We raise up into what's called the archetypal identity. The archetypal identity is being able to vision our lives through a series of patterns or symbols, being able to recognize the themes that come up in our lives again and again. You know, most of us have these certain themes and patterns in relationships, or certain themes that come up in our work, finding our voice in our work, or working with our anger or our jealousy or our ego. And we begin to recognize the themes that predominate in our lives. And how can we learn from those? What can we learn from those? What are the soul lessons? What are the soul contracts that we're here to work with? So when we work with the 6th chakra, we're working with a refinement of our vision, of choosing our perception, of training our perception into this larger field. When we get into the 6th chakra, we're beginning to get into the more meditative tools that we have. So one of, if not the best oil for meditation and the third eye center and really stimulating and awakening the third eye center is frankincense. One of the oils of the wise men, right? So we're cultivating wisdom in the third eye center, moving out of judgment towards wisdom, moving out of illusion towards truth. So a couple drops of frankincense. Again, rubbing it around in a circle so that you activate all the molecules of the essential oil. Now, when you inhale, really feel the oil, the vapors, move right into the amygdala gland. You can actually feel it swirling in. And it's always nice to anoint on the third eye center. You can use one finger, you can even use the whole palm of your hand. Of course, you want to avoid getting oils in your eyes, but right to the third eye center and maybe even the base of the skull, back of the head, and anywhere else you want to put it. But frankincense is the best oil for meditation. We're going to work today with what's called eye yoga. So when the element of Ajna is the element of light. Again, we're getting more and more refined. We move from earth, water, fire, air, ether into light. An even more refined medium. Literally, the function of the eyes is to filter light through our lenses and our refractors and then perceive a picture based on that light. So we want to expand our bandwidth so we can perceive a little bit more light, a little bit more awareness of every situation. It's like we want to extend our peripheral vision just a little bit more to see what's happening through a more non-judgmental lens. So we're going to work to stimulate physically the eyeballs themselves and all the little baby muscles around the eyes, which is called eye yoga. Imagine that you have a giant clock, and we're going to start looking straight up towards the number 12, and then straight down towards the number 6. And again, 12. Now really stretch your eyes. 12, 6. 12, 6. Go up to 12 and then over to 1. So you're looking way up in the right corner, up to 1 and then down to 7. 1, 7. And as you keep going through this, really stretch your eyes. You might even feel a strain in certain directions. Now go down to 2, 8, 2, 8, and then over to 3, straight across to 9, 3, 9, back to 3, 4. Hold it there. Really reach down over into that bottom right corner. 10, 3, 10. Sorry, 4. Back to 4. 4, 10. Now down to 5. And 11. Stretch through the eyeballs and just get curious and notice 5, 11. Notice where it's more difficult. What little muscles of the eyes are more strained? Good. Now all the way around in a circle, you go up to 11, 10, reach it out, 9, 8, 7, reach, hold, 6, straight down, 5, 4, 3. So this is really good for those of you that have difficulty with your eyesight. 2, 1, straight up. Now close the eyes and just let your vision recede into the center of your head. Let your vision recede. Eyes closed, let all the muscles around the eyeballs relax. Take a couple deep breaths and notice if you feel any stimulation in the forehead, around the eyes. Any vision problems, headaches, anything having to do with eyesight is all going to be effective in Ajna, in the third eye center. So any images that you had growing up that didn't match what you were actually told, if you were seeing one thing but told something else. Adoption is a good example of this, a withheld information. Gently open your eyes. Now inhale, eyes as wide as possible. Gaze straight up towards the third eye, so you're directing all of your attention to the third eye. Really let your eyeballs stretch. And then all the way down. All the way over to the left. Now see how far behind you can look without moving your head. How far behind you can look to the left. Get that right eye involved. And then all the way over to the right. Come back into the center, close the eyes, and just observe in your own mind's eye, what pictures in your own life can you dissolve? What are any old pictures that are clogging your view? What can you dissolve? I see clearly. Clarity guides my way. I am learning to discern what is my highest good and greatest joy. This quality of discernment, of slicing away that which doesn't match. I am learning to discern my highest good and greatest joy. That's your mantra for today. Bring the hands to the heart. Bow your head towards your fingertips. I am learning to discern what is in my highest good and greatest joy. Clarity leads my every decision and every action. Clarity leads my every decision and every action. Gently open the eyes. Take a full inhale. Namaste to your clear seeing today.